Hey everybody, Dave Williamson, the Toy Car Collector, and I'm here for another video. This time, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what used to be one of the my favorite, your favorite type of videos on my channel, and that was what I used to call Rip 'em or List 'em. Rip 'em or List 'em. That, did I say that right? Rip 'em or List 'em. Yeah, what I used to do is I used to get a lot of blister packs on a fairly regular basis. And when I say a lot, I mean, like half dozen a month would come in from somewhere. And one time I actually got 500 blister packs, but that was like back during the housing crisis, 2000. I guess that housing crisis, when was that? 2008, 10, 11, I don't know. Anyway, back in then, I can't keep track of all that old history. Anyway, back in those days, I did get a 500 blister pack collection. That was pretty darn cool. And even in there was some blister packs that I ripped because, hey, I want minty cars for my collection. And when I say minty cars, I mean, like, look at this beauty. Hey, wait a minute. Where's all the lighting? Come on, man. Come on, man. Who set up this camera? Come on. Oh, my goodness. I am not ready to go. I am not ready, as usual. But I got to do it anyway, because whether I'm ready or not, I just got to get a video put together, right? Anyway, check this out. What do I got this on the wide angle for? Let's zoom in there. Look at that beauty. You know how you get a Hot Wheels car like that? Well, once in a while you find one in a collection. Mostly you find them by ripping blister packs. This one happened to get in a collection, which is very unusual. Like I say, you just don't get cars like this that have been out for all these years. This car was made in 1970, and that is a very long time ago, isn't it? 30, 55 years. Man, oh man, the years are just stacking up. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so what I used to do is I used to get all these blister packs, and then I'd rip them. I'd just take the cars right out of the package, and I'd be like, hey, should I rip this or should I list it? I'm going to rip it. And I would just rip it right out of the package. You know what? I just can't do that anymore. It's too expensive. I got too many cars anyway. But it's just too expensive because these blister packs have gone out of sight and value. I mean, this car right here out of the package is probably worth 79 to 99 bucks. But this package is worth like 200 bucks. I'm not going to rip that. Now, this one is missing the sticker sheet right at the moment, but I'm going to put another sticker sheet in there. I think I should put a Brabham Repco sticker sheet in there, which is like a $35 item. But see, now this blister pack, this is definitely a candidate for Rip 'em or List 'em because the car is basically almost out of there already anyway. It's just, it's all bent up. Maybe if I push the card back down. You know what? I just had a beautiful ice cream bar. It wasn't ice cream, it was coconut. And maybe I can get this card to go back down and straighten that bubble out a little bit. I don't know. Let's try it. You know what? Maybe I should. Hell. Let's it now. Oh, boy, I want to rip it out. Should I? No, I'm not going to. But you leave your comments below. Tell me whether I should have ripped this out or not. And now I will show you some other cars that I would have ripped. Years ago, but I'm just not going to do it anymore. I promise I'm not doing it. And the reason being is like, check this out. This is a 1968 Ford J car in white enamel, Hong Kong, which means it was probably sold in Canada because Canada got mostly Hong Kong cars, if not all Hong Kong. White enamel, one like this with the full card, just sold on eBay for $900. Now, if you want to buy one of these with a full card for $900, I can set you up with that. I got one of those. But this one, I mean, come on, look at that beautiful sticker sheet. That's like $100 worth because these sticker sheets are super scarce. This particular one is super scarce, and this one is great shape. You see like a tiny bit of glue bleeding through there? Most of these sticker sheets have glue just all over them, just brown and nasty. This one's beautiful. Got a white enamel car. You know what? On my website, it will probably take forever to sell this, but I'm going to slap this puppy up on eBay for about $300. See what happens. Yep, because one just sold, like I said, $900 in the full blister pack. So all of these, unfortunately, are not going to get ripped. Sorry, not going to get ripped. So let's go on to the next one. All right, next up is a 68 Hot Heap. Now this one's a little closer to being worth ripping out of the blister pack, but because look how beautiful that light red is. That car would sell fine, but then again, it's got kind of a corrody base. I call that like a little bit of corrosion, a little metal, something or other. Something's going on there. It's not as dark as it looks in the screen here of the phone that I'm using to record this. But oh heck, you know, you're not gonna display it like this. So look how beautiful it is on there. Red. Beautiful red. Oh my goodness. Hot heat, man. Oh man. If I needed a light red like this, I would rip this out of that blister pack, put it on my display. Put it on the display. Maybe I should double check though to make sure I do have a red. No, I'll probably put it on eBay for $200. All right, next one up, a Python. A Python. Look at this beauty. Not a scratch on it. And I say that because not every Hot Wheel, I mean, going back to the hot heat, if you can't hardly see it, but if you look really close, that rear fender over there, it's got some paint popping. Let's see if we can see it. Let me get this light over here. Can we see it? No, there it is. There it is. See right there in the middle? See those little dots? That is Hong Kong paint popping. Oh boy, I can see a bunch of them there. And oh, a bunch over here too. Look at that. It's usually on the rear fenders for some reason. It's on the rear halves of Hot Wheels. This one is the Hong Kong. It's only Hong Kong cars that do that. U.S. cars have their own issues, but Hong Kong cars have the paint popping issues. But this beauty has none of that. This beauty has none of that. Now, the loose out of the package, this is about a $150 car. And in the package, I don't know, maybe, how about $250? Nah, it's probably too much. I'll put it out there anyway, see what happens. Put that baby on eBay. I don't put a lot of stuff on eBay because, you know, I got a lot of customers and they like to buy things and I like to sell things. And so that works out good. And I don't really need to put a lot of stuff on eBay. But, you know, once in a while, get some new customers. Really, it's more like, when I put stuff on eBay, it's more like bait to get people back to my website. So anyway, oh, by the way, have you seen this new Hot Wheel? I've noticed yesterday at the store, they've already recolored this and it looks stupid. But this purple with the 8-ball on it, that is sweet. And Gengar over here, he loves it. He claimed that for himself. Belly Bolt over here, he's got his own little Volkswagen. This is probably my favorite color of this bug. This is an awesome bug. You know, if you're not a member of the Redline Club, you got to be a member of the Redline Club in order to have access to things that come out like this. Now, not every car that they make is cool, but they do make some cool ones. Look at that. I should make a video about all the latest issues that they've come out with. That's a nice surfboard. That is nice. RLC right on there. Pretty cool. I love this one. And it goes good with this guy. And this one also goes good with that guy. Look at this beauty. That's about the only thing I bought at the last convention I went to. And then I skipped the California convention. And of course, like anything I skip or sell, people are like, oh man, you really missed it, dude. It was great. The greatest ever. It was so good. I'm like, oh man, of course. That's right. That's right. That is right. All right. Okay. Got a couple more of these half blister packs. Here we go. Shop her out. Wait a minute. What am I saying? This is a whole blister pack. This one is a particular problem because the spoiler's broke, for crying out loud, you know. And the sad thing is, maybe not so sad, but if you were real careful, you can get that back in there and have it sit on there proper. You just have to jiggle it around a bunch. And I've done it. I've done stuff like that. Look at that. All you have to do is, you know, there's a couple, like a little crack here. You know, cracks are another thing that people that collect blister packs do not like. They don't like cracks. There's one here. This got a big crack. Big crack. Big crack. Now this one's a line crack over here. It's, no, never mind. It's open. This baby has 4 freaking cracks on it. Oh my gosh. 4 freaking cracks. All edges are cracked. Now, you know why there's so many cracks in blister packs? And this is real common, this little dent right here. Because they were stuffed in a case. I'll show you this way. And they were jammed in like this from the factory. And then they stayed like that for like 50 years, a lot of them. And even the ones that, I think it's mostly the ones that stayed in the packs for, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 years that ended up like that. It's just the weight of the cars breaking down the bubbles. Or it could have been that they happened right from the factory. Maybe the plastic was still hot, but I doubt that. Maybe they ran it off the, I wonder how they did that anyway. They run it down a conveyor belt and then jam them in together at the last minute. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that guy, I don't know. I could just take this out of the package. It does have 4 beautiful US wheels on it. Pretty nice, pretty nice. You know what? Just for you, just for this video, I'm going to go ahead and rip this one. What the heck? Here's how you rip a blister. You just put your finger in there like that. Don't rip it up too much because you can still sell the blister pack and the sticker sheet. Like that sticker sheet, that's about 35 bucks. Car is about 150. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Even the spoiler's still kind of savable. You just set it back on there like that and you're good to go. Good to go. Look at that. It's real nice. A little darker on the back there. Lighter on the front. This is actually what it's supposed to look like here, but the back has a darker. Apparently they made these separately out of different metal, or maybe they just didn't polish half of it as good as the other half. Who knows? What do you know about it? Leave comments below. Oh, look at those 4 US wheels on there. Nice, nice. Look at those. You know, it does have kind of a variety. You ever notice how some US wheels are really kind of chromy, and then some are a little less chromy? I think these are like this. Well, I guess this just, see, this is a little more of a satin chrome. All the other ones are a little more chromy. This one just got too much paint on it. Not as defined as the others. But that's something. And then you put this on eBay and you get like 20 bucks for that. Or maybe more. Got a chaparral pin in there. You could leave that in there. That usually adds about 10 bucks for a pin. We'll put that up there like that. And I got 2 more. Let's see, which one should I go first? Oh, we'll just go in. We're going in alphabetical in year order. So here we've got a 69 Maserati Mistral. Maserati Mistral. Now this one is severely bent on the bottom. Look at that. That is severe. And there's, oh, crust. It's crusty dirt on this side. Ooh. Huh. I never noticed that before. All right. And that car, look at that. Minty in that package. You know what? And this is a horrible half package. It's not even a good half package. Now what you can do with one that's this bad is just cut right along the bubble lines, and it would look so much better. So where are my scissors? Where are my scissors? Let me show you. Let me show you. Hang on. Alrighty, I have got my trusty, dusty Crescent Weiss heavy duty titanium coated. How do you coat with titanium? That's a good question. Alright, so what we're going to do here is going to just trim this baby out following the outline of the bubble. We lose a lot of the words, but it's going to look so much better. Try not to chop off the bubble. I hit the bubble a little bit. Yeah, let's see. No, did I get all the paper? Is that part of the bubble? No, this is part. I'd like to make this look a little cleaner. How am I going to do that? Let's see. Still not perfect. I need to do this. These are not left-handed scissors. You ever wonder why scissors can only cut kind of like one direction? They really need to be going this way. Ooh, well, Oh, you know what? You know what? I know what. Let's see. Let's finish this off with this knife. Not a good idea, I guess. No. Well, I'll leave it alone at that point. See, it looks a little better than it did. I don't know what I should do with that. You know, that is a easily $200 car in there. And not because Hot Wheels are worth that much, it's just because money's not worth what it used to be. Gee, at Christmas, you go out for a burger and a couple of beers and you're like at 50 some bucks. plus tip. Pooh-wee. Gone are the days of the dollar menu. Oh man, do you remember the dollar menu at Burger King, McDonald's, and all that? And you used to slide in for $1 and get a burger, another $1 for a fry, and another $1 for a Coke. Oh man, those are the days. All right, well there's that one. Gotta clean that goober garbage off the side there. That's a mess. Never noticed that. Wow, you know what? I could probably do it right now. Let's see. Come on, goober garbage, get off there. Oh yeah, that's better. It's better. A little better. All right, I think I'm gonna leave that like that. I wanted to open it, but not sure. I do love my Maseratis. And it is a beautiful one. It doesn't really have any paint popping as far as I can tell. Let's look in there close. Hard to see in that package, but I don't think there's any paint popping. Now it does have some little textured metal underneath the paint, or textured paint, but I don't see any paint popping, so that is a beauty. I'm gonna put that on eBay for too much. One more to add to this mess. Holy smokes, how did we get to 11 minutes or 14 minutes or whatever? I guess the second, I did pause the first half. Here we got a Fire Chief Cruiser from 1970. Look at that. That's a beauty. Fire Chief Cruisers like this, loose mint, about 150. Probably put this one at like 250. Nah, that's crazy. 225. You know, when you put something on eBay, you got to mark it up to cover the. Now, let me tell you, this is the sad thing about eBay. So let's say I'm selling this for $200 on my website. Well, if I put it on eBay, I got to cover the 15% fee. So there's $30. So now I got to sell it for $230. Okay, so I only wanted 200, but the buyer. Let's see. Let me write this down here. Let me get the math. Let me get the calculator. Where's the calculator? Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, here's the sad thing about eBay. Okay, so like I want to sell for $200 to put on my website. It's $200, no tax, and $10 shipping or something like that. Actually, you know, minimum shipping now is like $11.50 or $12 U.S. Post Office. Anyway. Let's just call it $10. So you got $200 you want it for, but now you put it on eBay, the fee's like 15%. So now the buyer's got to pay another $30. Oops, 200 plus 30 plus shipping, $12, $10. We'll just call it 10. All right, and then they have sales tax. Oh my God, you kidding me? They have sales tax of like let's see, 8% times 1.08. Now the buyer's paying $260. Could have bought it on my website for $210. Oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, ToyCarCollector.com, if you didn't already know, www.ToyCarCollector.com. I'd show you a logo, but I don't have one. Not really. Just go to www.ToyCarCollector.com. Toy Car, don't forget the car, ToyCarCollector.com. It's been that way for 35 years. That's right, 35 years on the internet. Very good, very good. And thank you so much for watching this video. Now, here's 2 links to 2 videos where I actually rip blister packs. Oh, that was so much fun back in the day. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.